Thanks for staying with us. You're still on to Good Morning Nigeria on the network service of the NTA. Up next on the program is Newspaper Review.
All right, Chukwudi Abuja is right here with us this morning. Chukwudi, good to see you. Thank you for the way you pronounced my name. You give it time. Thank you very much. Demola, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Chukwudi Abuja. It's a threat to loudspeakers, but just manage. A threat to loudspeakers. Can you imagine that? Anyways, let's look at the papers quickly and begin with the blueprint this morning. The blueprint leads with Middle East crisis. That's the kicker of the headline. Federal government cuts tariffs on vehicles, food, industrial outputs. The riders, experts' law decision call for protection of local farmers, fear revenue loss. Pope tackles Trump, says, I'm not afraid of you. Interesting times ahead, I must say. Away from the Middle East crisis, we have below the picture story. Army loses commanding officer, 6 orders to IEDs in Borno. We must train harder for operational efficiency. That's credited to Olatunji. And some other headlines below that. The World Bank advice may drag Nigeria back into fuel import trap, according to experts, and that's on page 20. ICPC slams 9-count amended charge against El Rufai. That's on page 11. Ogun APC adopts EIE as consensus Guba candidates. And in a green strip at the bottom of the front page of the blueprint this morning, we have Wike-backed PDP faction renovates National Secretariat ahead resumption. All right. Let's look away from the PDP. Above the masthead, court refuses to stop Tantita. NNPCL orders from pipeline protection. That's on page 17. And finally, Mark-led ADC defies INEC, holds convention today. All right, that's about it on the front page of the blueprint. Some other headlines, of course. Pick up a copy to see all of that. Let's see the Punch now. The Punch leads with Tinubu moves against terrorists after fresh military casualties. Commander, 6 soldiers killed. President meets French general service chiefs. That's on page 2. And finally, just beside the masthead, we have 2027. That's a kicker. Abiodun Oshoba, Daniel Amosun endorse Yayi Ogun APC governorship candidates. All right, that's about it on the Punch.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you, Yuri. I have the Daily Trust newspaper, and the major headline reads, Against Odds, ADC holds convention. That story can be found on page 3 and 4. Tariff cut on vehicles rise could weaken local production, experts. Details of that story can be found on page 21. Court to rule on El Rufai's bail application today. Details on page 6. Again, commander soldiers killed in Boko Haram ambush. All right. Chooks?
Thank you. It's almost becoming routine now. You know, within a few days, we mentioned that some of our soldiers have gone, you know, to the other side in the process of protecting us and all that. And you don't know how to keep on talking about it on and on. But my people say that if something you're killing has not died, you don't put it in the bag. So we'll keep on talking about it. It's really unfortunate that this commander, 6 soldiers and all, got killed. This time around is an improvised explosive device that caused it. They said they were rushing somewhere following a distress call. You know, these days when you hear these things, you begin to ask yourself, I hope the distress call didn't come from those who, I hope it was not sabotage and all that, because of the things we get to hear. Yesterday I was listening to one of the 2 generals that spoke to us. And that, look, my brother, the kind of things I heard from them. One of them actually said, oh, it's routine. a few months to elections, insurgency increases because people want to give the government a bad name. A general said that yesterday, and it sounded like he knew what he was talking about.
Of course.
And you say, how can we then all subscribe to one country? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Bloodletting to fuel ambition? No, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense to me. As we always say, may God, receive the souls of the people who died, and maybe more important than any other thing, look after those they left behind. Because that is always an issue, a very big issue, The cut in tariffs on food, vehicles, and industrial output. We like it as a palliative coming in the face of the Strait of Hormuz calamity. But people like me, who are not very good economists, would say, why don't you give cash to salary earners? When they spend, it will get to those who are not working.
What about those who are not salary earners?
That's what I'm saying. It always percolates down. When they spend, somehow it gets to the welder, somehow it gets to the haircut, the barber, and the rest of it. But people would always tell you,
what's the percentage?
What's the percentage? And again, the caution on raw cash getting into the economy. The inflation they have managed to take down to about 15% from around 27.5 then. That's going to be affected again, Trump.
But the local manufacturers are actually complaining that it will weaken.
It's going to hurt. Yeah, local. Naturally. Anytime you ease the borders for something that is produced within the country, in the country, to come in, you are bringing up an argument that is not going to help pricing for the local man.
In fact, yeah.
But you see, sometimes in life you have to make some decisions that may not be too palatable to your immediate neighbor, because we will achieve something. I just hope that the people show reasonable understanding while this all lasts. But
yes,
I want to tell you that things are really getting bad out there. I didn't come to sound an alarm on national television. I was asking, is there a public holiday? There are virtually no cars on that road. I said, no, maybe the public holiday was announced at about 12 midnight. People laughed at me and said, no. There are no cars on the road. Virtually. If you go out there.
How much is fuel now?
Yeah, 1,310, with a little difference, depending on the 20 naira, maybe 10 naira difference, depending on the
outlet you're using.
The point is that purchasing power has become a big problem in this country.
It has reduced.
Yeah, purchasing power. You take 50,000 naira out, you come back home, you begin to have the feeling you must have lost money somewhere. You didn't lose anything.
But you see, your opinion about putting cash in the hands of people, I think, government needs to consider that.
My elementary economics still strongly considers that should be done.
This cut in tariff, vehicles, how many people are buying vehicles at this time? Food, how many, what products are being imported, right? Or rather, what kinds of food are being imported?
I think
they say rice.
Yeah.
Rice is one of them.
Which is a staple.
Rice is just the thing everywhere now. We talk about rice all the time.
But that's what I eat
is that the only thing that people eat?
Days of the week?
Is that the only thing people eat? Eggs. Other things that people want to. She's
talking about balanced diet. I beg, can we talk about basic survival? Eggs, vegetables, omelette. Look, I have a lot of respect for you.
No, but I'm just saying.
You need it.
Who needs it?
At your age, you need to eat well.
This is not a personal. ADC is holding that convention today in spite of all the odds. This time around, it's not a gold square. There was a little talk about when the night access. The minister said that's not true. They're going to Rainbow Event Center in Garki.
In Garki, yeah.
I like the fact that they are determined. Demola and I will talk about the need for pluralism. Widen the choice. Widen our range of choice is very important in a democracy, It's just that
Anyway, but the court is deciding on their case today. Anyway,
yes, that's
so.
the Mark case. Yes. While Wike is
also the PDP as well.
Wike is backing one faction of the PDP and actually helping to renovate their secretariat somewhere.
Actually, I think the police vacated the headquarters now of the PDP, and the place is open for probably the fashion.
Yeah,
they said it's due for renovation. The Wike-backed PDP faction is about to
It's always been due for renovation. Not be that data. It's always
in zone 5.
Please, teachers, I'm sorry. It always looks like,
I hope they paid their ground
teachers'
rent.
house.
I hope
Because
they paid their ground rent.
I don't like what we're doing to our teachers. I'm police. I go talk up. It has always looked like the old teachers' home. Let them give it a facelift.
Why use the old
Rufai
teacher?
back
But
in the
maybe
days.
more importantly, let them heal the internal crisis they have. Structures are not going to give you a robust showing at the elections.
Yeah, but at least it should just look good outside. Other ththings can go wrong inside.
A lady would always like to push the cosmetic aspect of it.
ICPC and El-Rufai.
El-Rufai's bill today.
Yeah, they are. It's an interesting case people are watching. My own is due diligence. We make sure that El-Rufai receives justice that is seen to have been done. But if he has committed anything, justice should also be done.
All right, producer says it's time to go.
That's our own as journalists.
Time to go. Many thanks, Chukwudi. I hope you can get home safely. Do you still have fuel in your car?
Well, the yellow has been showing since, no problem. God day. Now my name, Seth.
It is well, like most Nigerians would say. Thank you, Chukwudi. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right, so we'll take a break now. When we'll come back, we'll get into the conversation. Our first conversation for today, which is on gas flaring. Stay with us.